Hello guys, welcome to my sales trend project series. On this part of this series, I'll be showing you how I created my dashboard for the sales trend series. So the first thing I did was I wanted to change this name profit into net cash flow, and my reason for doing that was because I cannot really find the profit with this particular data set. I need to take proper inventory in order for me to achieve that goal. So I felt it was unwise using profit. So I changed the name profit into net cash flow. But anyway, moving forward, I will be working on a way to get proper inventory so I can find out the profit and loss from this restaurant sales project. But for now, I'm going to just focus on showing you how I created my dashboard for this particular project. So the first thing I did was to add cards. I clicked on cards from the visualization pane, and as you can see, then I dragged the total sales measure into the first card. I did the same thing. I clicked on another card. I did the same thing because my goal is to create a card for total sales, total expense, net cash flow, and average daily sales. So remember that mistake I told you I made in my with the expense total expense. This was where I found out, but I had to put it in how I was creating measures. So this was where I actually corrected the mistake. I noticed that something is wrong with my total expense, and that was when I realized that I calculated the sum of expense trend because the home table name is expense trend. I calculated the sum of the dates instead of the sum of amount, so that's why I was having values like this. But immediately I corrected that mistake. As you can see, there was a change, and now this is what the value is supposed to look like. Now it's time for me to also create another card. I added another card this time around. In this card, I'll be having don't mind me, I'm supposed to double click or just click once. I'm going to be having my net cash flow here. So this is very, very, very easy. I was trying to adjust the cards. Anyway, okay, now I've done that. That's my net cash flow, and the net cash flow is like the difference between my total sales and my total expense. Anyway, it's time for me to add card for my average daily sales. Okay, I was trying to adjust the cards here so there'll be space for my average daily sales. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted it to align with the other ones. So now I went to the visualization pane and I selected cards. There are different kind of cards. There's the multiple cards, but I just chose the cards, ordinary cards. So this was me. I did the last card and I dragged my average daily sales. So I discovered that something is wrong with the value of this my average daily sales. I'm not supposed to be having 21.5 million for my average daily sales. Like, it's wrong, very wrong. So you know what I did? I put my mouse on the average daily sales measure. I put my mouse on it and I corrected the measure. I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I had to correct the measure. I just knew something was wrong here. I had to fix the error, as you can see here. So I went back into working on the measure and I guess the reason for that was because I was using the average X, so I had to change it. I had to rewrite the measure. So this time around I highlighted it and cleared everything. So I did like a division between my total sales and my dates. I did a distinct count for my dates. You see, just give me some minutes to. Okay, I decided to just not waste time. Okay, delete. So divide. Just hold on. Okay. Then total sales, comma, in the denominator I did my distinct count of my date. And that was it. So watch the change in my value. And this looks more like it. This looks correct. This is actually correct, especially from the data set I had. So remember, I created the data set myself, so I know. So after adding my cards, I was trying to add color to my wallpaper. Anyway, this color was too, I don't know. Anyway, I decided to go on the internet to search for like different shades of gray. I found the number, I typed it in, and this is what's like the wallpaper for this dashboard. Look, this is like a light shade of gray. Yeah. Then moving forward, I wanted to add icons to my cards, to the cards I created. So I went to my Chrome and I typed in the word money bag icon. I typed in the word money bag icon and I selected the money bag icon I felt would go well with what I am currently doing. And I didn't just do that for the total sales, I also do that for the other cards, but for the sake of this video, I didn't want the video to be too long. I had to cut that part out, but I did the same thing. I added it to my cards. Then it was time to add my line chart. The line chart is used to tell a story of something that is happening, trend over time. Yeah. So after in my line chart, I dragged my dates from the dates table I created to my x axis. Then for my y axis, I had my net cash flow. I had my net cash flow. I had my average daily. I have my total sales and total expense. I wanted to see the trend of this particular measures over time. I noticed something was wrong with the line chart I created, so I had to like go to my model view and check again. Anyway, I had to just like delete the old relationships and create a new one. Yeah, as you can see. Excuse me. So also I noticed that there's like a blank. There's like a blank stuff under in my line chart, and I didn't want that, and I did not like the way the months were just like scattered. I didn't like it. January, December, so I had to fix that problem. So, but before doing that, I had to add colors to the lines. on my line chart virtual. So I went to the visualization pane. I clicked on format, the icon that has the brush paint. Then I had to scroll down to find lines. I selected each of the lines, which one I want to change the color. So I added my color, I changed the colors, and yeah, I did that for net cash flow. Now I want to change the color for total expense. See, then I scroll down again. I choose the color I want. I want it to be orange. Then I changed the color for my total sales. I think for my total sales, I used the blue, very deep blue color. Yeah, that was it. So now I can move on. So now it was time for me to fix. Then I added markers. Yeah, I added markers. Yeah, you can see the difference in my line chart after adding the markers. Yes, so I can tell which month. I don't have to like scroll endlessly. It's made my chart look better. Yes, I like the way the line chart is looking now. So now it was time for me to fix this. Okay, so I selected my time for me to fix. Selected my date column. I changed it from ascending order into descending order. Then I went back to my report view to see what it's looking like. Okay, I was still not impressed. Don't mind me, guys. I wanted to see. So now everything looks more. I have January, February, March, then October, November, December, as it should be. Anyway, I still went back to ascending order, and it was still how it was supposed to be. I was thinking that the whole month will show, but the reason why the whole month did not show is that I only have data set for October, November 2025 and January, February, March for 2026. So now this is me trying to correct this stuff. And there was something on this chart that I was not really impressed with. The blank that was showing. I need to remove it. And that was as a result of those nulls values I was having, those zeros. So that was why I have the blank. And if you notice, it is going down. It is like down, like totally down. So I went to my filter pane. Then I went to my month name, basic filtering, of course. I was still confused here, but I later click select all, then something was wrong because I had already clicked blank before, so I have to redo it again, select all. Then I will check. So sorry, I will check the blank. So now it's no longer there. Yeah, it's no longer there, and now I can move forward with my work. Yeah. So now it's time for me to add other charts. Now I added my clustered column chart. I added my clustered column chart, and in it my x-axis I had my month name, then my y-axis I had my total sales. Then I went further to add my donut chart. In the donut chart, I had in the legend I had my payment type, and in the values I have my total sales. So I want to see the payment type for each total sales, because when I'm doing my calculation I have total, my cash, and my POS transaction payment type. So that was what I did here for this donut chart. Now moving forward, don't mind me, I was still trying to edit the stuff here, but you're going to see how I did that. So just hold on, just give me some minutes. Just give me some time. Okay, so total sales first, drag it to the values, then my payment type, from sales table. So there. Anyway, I went for that to edit the donor chart, and I didn't really show the process because of this, for the sake of time and to avoid making this video too long. Then I added my filters. So as you can see, this was me trying to see if my filters are working, because in order to avoid this video being too long, I did not really explain exhaustively how I did everything, because if I was to do that, this video might be like an hour long. So I just had to show the crucial part, what I did, so you can just get the scope, the scope of creating a sales trend dashboard. Anyway, I gave my dashboard a title. I had to work on the font. I like this better, and that was all. So I was basically done here, so I had to save my work. So thank you for watching and following me on the sales trend project. Like, subscribe, comment, and share my video. I would see you in my next data project. Thank you for watching. Bye.